The sun had barely risen over Willow Creek when 78-year-old Eleanor Hayes stepped out of the small diner she visited every Sunday. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more real-life stories with unexpected twists that will warm your heart. Mourning, her hands trembled as she gripped her old purse, the soft hum of traffic faint and distant, not because it was quiet, but because Eleanor had lost most of her hearing years ago. Despite her silence, she was known in town for her warm smile, her homemade cookies, and her kind eyes that carried decades of stories. But that morning, her eyes weren't smiling. She stood outside the diner, confused and frightened, as a group of teenagers circled her with their phones out, laughing. One boy waved his hands wildly, mocking sign language. Another leaned in with his camera and said loudly, "Hey, Grandma, did you forget your ears?" The others burst into laughter, joking, filming, enjoying the attention. Eleanor couldn't catch their words, but she could see their faces, and she understood enough. Her lips trembled. Tears rolled down her wrinkled cheeks. She clutched her purse to her chest and tried to sign, "Please stop." But they only laughed harder. And then someone else heard the commotion. The rumble began soft at first, the deep growl of engines rolling down the street. Then appeared the Iron Ridge Guardians, a local biker group known not for trouble, but for kindness. They were volunteer firefighters, veterans, retired mechanics, people who believed in protecting the vulnerable. At the front rode Jack Rowley, a broad-shouldered man with a long gray beard and eyes that carried authority. Behind him, nearly 20 bikes lined the street like an unbreakable wall. The bullies stopped laughing. Jack parked his bike, turned off the engine, and slowly removed his helmet. He stepped toward the boys, towering above them, his voice calm but powerful. "Is there a reason you're picking on this woman?" he asked. One teen swallowed hard. "We were just—" Jack cut him off. "Humiliating someone who can't hear you? Filming a grandmother crying? That's what you call just?" Another biker stepped beside him, Maria, a former sign language interpreter. She gently approached Eleanor, placing a hand on her shoulder and signing slowly, "Are you okay?" Eleanor burst into sobs and shook her head. Maria wrapped her in a hug as the bikers formed a protective circle around them. Meanwhile, the teens backed away. Jack pointed at the boy with the phone. "Delete that video, now." The boy fumbled with his phone, deleting the recording under Jack's watch. "Now apologize, properly," Jack said. The boys muttered weak apologies. Jack didn't blink until they said it again, louder, and with sincerity. Then they ran off, shame burning in their cheeks. Maria helped Eleanor sit on a bench. Jack knelt in front of her, speaking gently while Maria interpreted through signs. They learned that Eleanor had come to the diner to celebrate her late husband's birthday alone, something she did every year. The teenagers had approached her while she was searching in her purse for the small photo of her husband she always carried. The story softened the bikers' hearts. Jack stood and turned to his group. "All right, family," he said with a smile. "We're having breakfast with Eleanor today." The entire biker group escorted her back inside the diner. People stared as the bikes rumbled outside and the leather-clad guardians filled the booths, but the sight of Eleanor smiling again brought warmth to every heart. They ordered her favorite pancakes. They celebrated her husband's memory with her. Maria taught the bikers a few signs so they could talk to her directly. For the first time in years, Eleanor didn't feel alone. Later that day, one of the diner employees who had witnessed everything posted a different video. Not of Eleanor crying, but of 20 tough bikers singing happy birthday to her in sign language. It spread across the internet like wildfire. People didn't share it because of the bullies. They shared it because goodness still existed in the world. Messages of love poured in from everywhere. Eleanor received letters, flowers, and even handmade cards from children learning sign language for her. The next Sunday, when she went to the diner again, she didn't walk alone. The Iron Ridge Guardians were waiting for her, at the same table, at the same time. Jack smiled. "We ride with you now, Miss Eleanor." And she signed back, wiping a tear from her eye. "Thank you, family."